Okay, so hey guys, what's up? Welcome to this new video. So in today's video, we're gonna attack a target like I would approach it in a bug bounty program or things like that. So it's a target that has like vulnerabilities. It's not a real target, but it's a real website that it's online, so everybody can try this out. I'm gonna try doing this like around 30 minutes, try what I can find in those times. If you guys want to see like me continue doing on this website, just leave a comment down below and we'll go further on this website. But if you guys want to see like me approaching a new target or different things, also just let me know and I will show you guys in the videos. So enough about this and let's start do some hacking. Okay guys, like this is the target we are going to approach. First thing, make sure you have your burp suite on so we can capture some traffic and things like that. So I'm gonna turn this on. Like the first thing I usually do is just approach this target like you would approach a normal website. So we're just gonna scroll about this website, we're gonna push some buttons and we're gonna do things like that. Okay, so let's just see this. Like this is a fast food hacking page. We have fast food hacking, and if you scroll a little bit down, you can see like it's a button right here. We can press this button and see where this button brings us. Okay, we have this page. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna try using this. So I'm just gonna put in some basic things to try and trigger capturing some data. Let's do this and let's press the button. Okay, nothing special happens, but first things first, I also want to go back to where we were. So we go back to here and we can scroll down. So we press this button, we have tested some functionality behind this button, and we continue back on the first page we were. So here is some CSS pop-ups. It's all not clickable, so it's nothing interesting. We can scroll down a little bit. Like we have Battle of the Hackers. We find some hackers here. Let's scroll down some more because really nothing is clickable here. Okay, we have some block thing and some JavaScript carousel thing. Like again, nothing is really much clickable here. Okay, so we go back up. First things, we already checked out this book now button. So we go to the menu. Maybe we can find something in here in the menu. Let's scroll down. Let's just try and click like everything. I'm just pushing buttons just to try and trigger something. We go to menu.php, so it's PHP page. Later we will see some of the webalizer, and we're scrolling down. Nothing clickable here. Okay, no problem. We have all locations. Okay, nice. Okay, what did we see that happening is something came up here, return home. So an extra button is appeared. We can not click this. What you can do probably is you can save names you find in a file. Really names what I like is team names. So if you go, you can open like Notepad. Notepad is open here. And you can say this is the fast food hacking page. And we find some team members. And the team members are Snowy and Sean. So team members usually are a little bit more interesting because if you find some login things or things like that, you can try and putting in those names from the team members. Okay, but again, nothing too interesting. We cannot click anything here. It's just going back to this location.php page. So it's not really interesting, and we have this return home button. We are back here. So we did test this one, we did test this one, and we can now do this login. Okay, so normally first thing I do is like a normal user, I want to register an account, and test functionalities. Next thing I usually do is I make a second account and I compare some things about these accounts. But like you see, we cannot register an account. So one thing we can do is you can say here we have found a user, oh sorry, Sean, and we can try if there's something like, oh, this user exists but password is not right. See if you can find like if you can find some information. I don't. Oops, now please make sure you can answer. Okay, so first side, nothing too special. What we can do now are two things from here is we can already look through our burp and see every nice thing that we have found. What we of course want to do maybe is we can set this one. But the thing what I want to do first is we're going to our Linux machine. So we're gonna log in on the Linux machine and we're just gonna run a little scan behind. So let's change directory. Let's make a directory first. Fast food. Change directory. Fast food. And what we're gonna do here is like we're gonna scan this website. So I'm going back to this page. Oops, sorry, was a little bit too. I'm going back to this page. We're gonna copy this part and we go to the Linux machine and we're gonna run a GoBuster. First, let's set this one as a target. So export target and let's just give this one for a second to the target. And let's clear this up. Maybe I can expand this just a little. I hope you guys can see this good. So just a GoBuster against the target, but the target is already like the full HTTPS, and we don't need to go back to libraries, only one, and we can run this. Okay, what this will do already in the background, we have now the big text. It will look for directories and things like that we maybe can use. Like you see, it already found like this API path. So you can just go in here and you're gonna say target URL directory found, and then you can add this one here. So we found dash API. This is like not the word list I use normally, so I'm gonna quick change this just to use the dir buster, and then I do normally the directory lowercase medium. Oh, okay, wait, I was typing a directory lowercase medium. This one I use normally. It's a little bit bigger and it will find some more. So again, it's find images, API, things like that. Just let this one run. And next off, we're gonna check out like this part. Maybe what we can do is set this off for a second, because sometimes Google keeps producing some things that are not that interesting. And probably what you want to do is you want to go to the target and you just want to go to fast food hackings. The first one, because we opened this as a second one. And what you can do is I'm gonna delete like all these things for now, because we don't need this for this scope. And we're gonna open this part. Okay, so again, here you see it finds the API with some things. We can look into this later. But what I want to see right now is I want to see the things from here, the engagement, what we did. Okay, so this is getting the page. I want to see some interesting things. We did a post right here. We did this post. it's always interesting to see what we are doing with this post. What you always see is here you have Battle of the Hackers. No, what we can do is we can send this one to the repeater already, and what you can do is like you can send this one. See, we have like a content length of 5 and we get back a number. Okay, really interesting. But what happens when we change this to yes? Let's say we change this to yes. It's the same, content length 5. Nothing special seems to change. Okay, what happens when we leave this and we don't do this? Is it still gonna work? It's still gonna work. So okay, that's maybe something we can play with later. But what I already think is interesting, you get this part, so we're getting a number. So it's the reservation that we did make. So that's interesting. Let's go back and let's continue after the post. So we get this get. So it's gonna say Facebook hacking is confirmed PHP order, and then it's going to show this order. Okay, what is this? This we can like copy this URL, copy URL, and we can go to this page. Okay, and you see this is our order we did make. So we did fake a test-be, but what we see when you go back to the burp, you see this part. And this is very interesting because we can copy this, we can put this in the decoder, paste this, because I think this is going to be base 64. We're going to decode this part, and okay, it's a number. Okay, what I want to do right now is I want to change this number, just like lower one or higher one. Probably what you want to do is lower one, because you're going to be the last one that it's made this order. Just what you want to try to do is we're going to lower this one, and we're going to encode this back as base, and we get back this base 64. And I just want to copy everything of this. Okay, copy this, and we go back to this page, and we're going to close this. We go back to here, sorry, I was a little, and we go into the repeater. We're going to, oh, I didn't send that one to the repeater, my bad. Send this one to the repeater, sorry. So you send it first to the repeater. You're going to check this one out. You see this response. You will probably see a username. Do you see, and you see here the fake test.be. What we're now gonna do is we're gonna change this one to the one we just created. We're gonna send this again, and just to show you guys a little bit better, what it's gonna do probably is, let's find the user again, and we just find the IDOR. You see, I'm gonna show you guys this way. Copy the URL, we go back to here, we're gonna paste this one, and like you see, we just find like an email address. Probably what you want to do is find as much email addresses as you can. So this are bookings emails, and you're gonna save this. Probably every email you get you want to save. What I would do if this was like a real target and I want to look more into this, you create a little program that creates a lot of IDs. It's not that hard, because you can easily do this in Python, and then you will scan all the IDs, and you will, in the program, you will get all of these parts. So how you can do this easily is you watch like to this form. It's gonna be in a form probably. Let me see. Okay, it's not in a form. So you're looking for this inputs, and is this in the inputs? Oh yeah. And in the from every input on this page, you're gonna extract this value from the fname, the email. Yeah, the date is like not that really important. So you just make a little program. We can do this if you guys want to see me creating this little program. It's no problem. I'm not going to do this in this video because I want to find some more bugs. But you can ask me and I will show you how you can create the scraper to extract this data from a lot of IDs, just automate it. This is a fun project. Maybe I just make it. I will just make a video about it because I think it's really interesting to see how you can automate these things. I'm gonna take a little sip of water. Okay, next let's watch our scan for a second. Maybe it did find something. No, it just not find something really interesting. I'm gonna stop this right now. It's image and API. We can try like one more. We can try like one more, and that's the comment text. That's something. Ah, you nice. You guys see, like, it's really important to run multiple scans. Like we found /admin-php. I think that one is really interesting. So again, oh, we find the robots.txt. So we have the -admin.php. We have image. I think it's not that interesting, but let's save this for a second. We have the index.php. Whoa, sorry. And we found the robots.txt. Okay. What you also can do is, like, in here, what I probably always do is you can use like this. I normally use Notion to take my notes, but for this, because I'm not going to take too much notes and I just want to show you guys a notepad. But what you can do is like create a to-do, and then we can say make Python scraper to find booking user information. Let's say user info. And what you probably want to do then is I'm gonna provide this one with the vulnerability link. So I'm gonna provide this one with this, so I know, okay, on this URL, oh yeah, this was the base64, this was an ID. I can make my Python program for that. So just to keep in mind. But we find some interesting things. So what we're gonna do is we go back to this website. We go to this page. I'm gonna turn on Burp Suite again because we found some new targets and I wanna use my Burp Suite for this. So first one I wanna check out because I like it is admin-php, php, wow, okay. And see, page is not found. Okay, maybe there's something more. So what we can do again is we're gonna do this. We're gonna change the target to this, and we're gonna run this one again. I want to run this one on it, and maybe we can find some extra pages on this admin.php. Maybe there are some things we can find. So, but just scanning things never hurts. Okay, but go back. We found some more. I think the robots.txt is the next thing we need to log into. Robots.txt. Do I miss something? Okay. Oh, okay. Admin.php, of course. It returns. So let me really quick watch this one. I want to see, because I was on the wrong. We get right here, admin.php, and it is server regex. Okay, we get some server information. Also really interesting to note already. Like, this is not that important for a bug bounty, because if you cannot explode it, it's not interesting. But if you can explode it, it's interesting. What is this doing? So let me really fast. I get this admin.php. Okay. Okay, and it redirects me somehow instantly back to this index.php. But right now here we can also find the robots.txt. Okay, and we find again like 2 endpoints. And let's add this one again here. So we find dash admin, just admin, and dash go. Okay, interesting, because we have an admin PHP and we have an admin page. Like now I'm triggered and I want to just know like what is this admin page like. And again, it's a 404 not found, but maybe we can, if the scan is not, oops, we can say export target, we can delete the PHP, we can save this, and we can run this one again. Okay, maybe we'll find something on the admin. Maybe it's something different. Just scan it. Always scan things. We also have this API endpoint we will look into a little bit later. Okay, next thing, we want to go to the next page. It's still, my worksheet is still on. We're still at is the go. Okay, redirects us immediately. Well, okay, go. Not found. Okay, go PHP. Okay, it's trying to redirect immediately. So there's probably something wrong behind the scenes. When you see this one is really interesting. So what we want to do right here is, let's look into that. Let's scroll a little bit down. We go to go. We have this part. Okay, we're gonna send this one to the repeater. So we're gonna send this one more time. Send, and it's saying invalid return URL supplied. So it wants to redirect us. So what we can try to do is, you can try return underscore URL equals https google.be. Let's see what it's doing. Okay, it's a 200k, like nothing special changed, so we can do this, but it's not working. Okay. Maybe we can try. No, it's a bit of trial and error, because you see like it wants a return URL. So it wants something. So now you need to think a little bit like a developer, like return, maybe they make it this way, like I would do when I'm return URL. But like this is like how you can name things in C#, the underscore is how you name things in Python. So it's a little bit. Okay, now you see there is a location. Edit. So let's try this. Let's copy this part. Let's go back to here. Let's go to here. Let's paste this. Let's turn this one off for a second, because I don't want to get every data from Google right now. Okay, nice. So we did a second founding, and that is a redirect we can use. So what we can do with this is we can send the link, this link what I created here, to a target, and oh, the target is thinking, oh nice, I'm going to bugbounty.com and I know that website, I trust that website, nice, it's a safe website. But when we can change this and we can redirect the target to our evil website, we can gain some information from the target. We can steal cookies, we can steal data, we can make a hook, we can do a lot of things. So dangerous. But there was something I don't really understand here. Like what is this? What is this second part? Is this a second? So we can maybe create like and it's called type equals, let's change this just by 1 and let's send this one again. Okay, something changed. Now we get JavaScript code. That's pretty amazing. So we can trigger JavaScript now, I think. So can we like if we do, let's say, let me, oh, we can now do this probably. Like, you see, we found some JavaScript code. By changing this type, I have no idea what this type is doing. Maybe we can like visit the, copy this URL again and visit this page to see like if something changes in the, no, nothing changed. So it's a different, if it triggers a different function or things like that. So what we're gonna try to do is, because we have JavaScript here, so JavaScript top location href, and we can modify this, I think we can use this to trigger some JavaScript. Let's say I want to create an alert, and I want to steal some cookies. And that cookie from the target where that cookie. Okay. Let's try and send this. And let's see this part. So we have JavaScript. Okay. This is nice, but this will not work because we have this part behind this. So can we comment this out? Maybe we also need to end this line like with this. Yeah, this looks better. If this part is not going to be like filtered or anything somewhere, let's just copy this again and let's go back to here. Okay, nice. We just found an XXS vulnerability. Okay, this is amazing. Like, this is really fun. So what we did, just to recap the last few minutes, we found this redirect that is not working on the page. So when you go to this Go page, what we found with our in our robots.txt, we found admin and we found this Go page. If you go to this Go page, you will go to a redirect. This found a redirect. That can be exploited. And found a XXS in the GS code. Change the type. What I'm gonna do with this part is we're gonna make a subpart for a second. Really important is that you understand your nodes. That's the most important thing. And we're gonna copy this again. I'm gonna just paste it right here, just like this. So we understand this. Later on, we can use this to make a report and things like that. But it's really important you understand the things while you're typing here. If you need more information, take also screenshots. I always take screenshots normally, and I paste them in my Notion. For this demo purpose, I'm not doing this, but always just take also screenshots. It's a reminder if you go back to this one day later, you may forget some things, and then screenshots are really interesting. Okay, we also found like this part here. I'm always triggered when I see a GVT token. We can copy this. I don't understand what's going to be inside of it, but okay, it's out. So we can do gvt.io. I use this tool a lot, and we can just delete all this. I'm going to paste this one, and it's empty, like you see. Another way to see this is using Burp Suite, and we can go to I don't have the extension. Okay. Okay, the extension is off. I'm gonna turn that one off for a sec. I'm gonna turn the GV back on, back to repeater, and normally I can now check things out. Let's send this one again, send to repeater. Okay. Extensions, GWT editor. Okay, normally you also can use this GWT, okay, GWT editor here, inline, but there is something, maybe I need to restart it, I have no idea. Right now, okay, but you can use the gwt.io. It also works really pretty nice. Okay, but no problem. Okay, so we found already like 2 things. Let's see how long are we already in this video. So maybe let's see if we found something here. No, nothing too special in this scan. We did this. I think like for this video we found like 3 vulnerabilities. Maybe we're gonna keep it this way. So we did find like the order thing with the ID we can change. We find this vulnerability, and we find like 2 vulnerabilities in the return on the go page. So you can first redirect to a malicious website, and second of all, you can also alert, you can also use a payload that triggers some JavaScript, and you can perform a cross-site regress forgery attack, XXS attack. So we found some server information, we found some of these things, and maybe next time we will go further. So next time when we continue, I also will show you guys like maybe how to make this Python script. I will make a full video of that, so that could be nice. Yeah, so this was this video, just to give you guys a little bit information how you can approach and attack a target. So first off, try to use the website as good as possible, how a normal user would do it. Click every button, press everything, and then you can scan a little. And next, really important, is just see everything that is being found. Like the images are found here. Now you can really play with this website. And that's the beauty of it, how you want to do it. Now we have found some information. So next of what I probably next would do, one of my favorite things next is this part. Next, I would love to enumerate this API, because I love API hacking. It's a part of web hacking, but it's a different approach. You need to enumerate a lot of things. It can take some time to find targets, but if you find weaknesses in an API, it can be really dangerous. So next off, I think my approach will be this API target and making this Python script to try and get as much information from users and things like that. And maybe I can even try to see if these users have an account. Like what you can do, right? We found this one user that made an order. Does this user have an account? Like, is this a username? Do we get a different response? Things like that. Okay, there's no different response, so we don't have that much information, but we can work on this. But that's for the next video. I hope you guys like this a little bit, and I see you guys back in the next one. Bye.